Make money online 30-day challenge. Today's topic is app development. How's everybody doing out there? Doing good? Yeah, I'm excited for this one. This one's gonna be is gonna be cool because I think a lot of people think about, just using apps kind of from the aspect of just using and playing and have a good time, but to really kind of stop and think about like the inner workings of how it actually is made and going through the back end process and all the time and the hours spent, coding and doing all that kind of stuff. um, there's really a lot to it, so we're going to dig in, we're going to do an overview here, and let's get started talking about app development. All right, so okay, so we're gonna start with the basics here. So in the very beginning, what you want to do is you're going to start with, if you really have no idea about app development at all, you can start with online courses, tutorials. You can use platforms like Coursera, Udemy, Code Academy. Those all have varying plans as far as free versus, hey Damien, hey Sweetums, how you guys doing? Thank you so much for joining. All right. So I was just getting started, just kind of doing the basics, doing the overview. So can you guys believe it's day 17? That's pretty crazy. So today we're talking about app development. So when you think about what the basics are with app development, we're going to start with, learning. So you can learn in any number of platforms. So, oh, doing well. Thank you so much, Damien. Doing good. Yeah, thank you for asking. Yeah. I can always count on you guys being here. That's awesome. So uh, when you think about app development, you start with at the ground level. So start with the understanding of what it is. So basically, developing an app on either Android or Apple, which is iOS, and you know using either free or paid online courses. Really, I like to start with anything that's free because nowadays there's so many resources and tools that you can use that are free that you might as well take advantage of it. So, oh no, you're good, Damien. No worries. No, it's all good. We all got lives, right? I mean, definitely, you got to do stuff. So, no worries. I'm glad to have you back. Hey, Earning Empire, how you doing? Great to see you here. So, once you kind of go through and you find some of the online courses and tutorials, understanding like core programming concepts, I think, such as variables, loops, functions, everything that kind of goes into the code itself. So, and then learning the basics of app architecture and design principles as far as how do you want it to be designed, what do you want the app to do, and how deep and integral do you want to actually have this app be? So, yeah, no worries. Yeah, it's all good. You gotta get some sleep, right? I mean, I feel like sometimes I need to sleep a little bit more, but it's all good. We got to keep pushing forward, right? The It was funny yesterday. I think we hit, what was it, Sweetums? I think we topped 20. I think we had like 21 likes, which was awesome, which was super cool. So yeah, that was definitely awesome. So every time we kind of get to that little threshold or that barrier, I'm always like, all right, we're really trying to like kind of like, you know, um, invoke our Damien skills, with the encouragement for the likes. So yeah. So the first big thing you want to do is once you kind of get going is it's always helpful to set up a dev environment for your app. So really that's the best way to kind of you know do like a trial and error. You can break things, you can go through and you can learn and you can test apps, and then you can bring it right to your phone. Most of them have like a simulation as far as on the app itself, simulating what it would actually look like if it was on a phone and it was live. So okay, so iOS and Android. So Apple and Android obviously have different platforms, different operating systems. So we'll start with iOS first. So iPhone, iOS, you're gonna want to install Xcode. So that's Xcode, Xcode. Yeah, no, you know what's funny is Damien, I never really I never really dove into, doing app development. Um, I always had like kind of some hand in IT, but like not this side of it. So this side has always been interesting to me, and really something that I think is takes a lot of patience as far as learning. It's like everything else. I mean, this definitely for a side hustle, for a business model, I think the learning curve is definitely um steep. The learning curve is. So yeah, no problem, sweetums. Definitely. Okay, so dev basically means, sorry, I'm kind of reading my notes, so I'll back up here. So all right, so dev is like development. So that basically means a test environment. So it's setting up an area, or like a form, or like a simulation of what the app is going to look like. So let's say you have two screens. So one screen would be the coding on the left hand side, we'll say, and then the right hand side would be like a basically like kind of like an image or a simulation of like a phone, kind of the outline. And then dev or development would be actually writing the code itself, kind of tweaking it and checking to make sure that you have everything in line. If there's something missing or something that's not correct, um, you can go into this code and you can type in whatever you need to fix or however you need to tweak it. Um, so that would be like a dev or development environment. So that's kind of the setup at first. Um, so trying to think what else. Okay, so that's dev. We talked about app architecture. What do you want the app to be like, as far as what is the app going to do? Design principles. Are you going to bring in different text, different pictures? How you want to do it. Do you want to have it all as far as like an animation goes, or is it more like text based or just pictures? So that's all part of kind of like the roadmap of actually setting up the app. So I definitely want to have a disclaimer here, and this is all definitely like educational information. I actually haven't done this for like actually build an app myself. So this is all kind of like research. So I'm gonna try to answer you guys' questions as best as humanly possible, but at least expose you to what app development is, and kind of the way it works. So we'll kind of get more of a high level of it. So I know that Nicholas said that there is an app, and I wish I remembered, not an app, but like a online platform that you could create an app without having coding experience. I wish I could figure out what that was, what he said it was. Let me see if I can find it real quick. So, platform to create. Bubble. I think that's what it was. So, let me see if I can get this here. All right, so bubble.io. I'm going to copy and paste this for you guys in the chat here. Okay. Okay, so it looks like that's a tool. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. No problem, sweetums. Yep. So we can do a general overview of the whole process, and then so you guys know what to do. So, yep, absolutely. Okay. So in the very beginning, what you're going to want to do is you obviously want to start with a program. So you're going to have a program, whether you're on Mac or you're on PC. You need to have a program in order to create this dev type environment to where you're going to create, this app itself. So basically, the program that you would use for the Mac side is called Xcode, and on Android, it's going to be Android Studio. So those are the two main programs that you're going to use, and they're going to be different because there's different coding that goes into Android versus Apple. So, so Xcode for Apple, and Android Studio for Android phones. So, okay, so that's a program, and then the code itself. Really, what you would do is you would actually, I mean, obviously, if you really knew what you were doing, you would take it and you would create it from scratch, or you could go on and you could actually use something like a chat GPT or some kind of chatbot to give you some starting points if you were just learning. Um, but I would definitely recommend before you do any of that, definitely start with YouTube, start with all the free resources to learn some tutorials in order to kind of see how you put the sections together. So you basically have in the code, you have like the variables, which is like telling something what to do. So you want to tell like a variable tells the next step what it's going to do. So let me see if I can break it down. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm just looking at my notes here. I just want to make sure I got this right here. Okay. So that takes account. So, okay. So the code is basically what you put together to create the app itself. And then ultimately, after you have the code put together and compiled, then you're going to publish it. So really, there's a lot of tweaking that kind of goes from starting with basically downloading the programs that you use to create the code, and then go through and put all the code together. And really, the code is going to be different how you structure it depending on what app you're trying to build. And then once you have the code itself, you're going to put it together, like in the hierarchy fashion of what leads into what as far as like in terms of okay, so this particular variable, this line of code is going to trigger something else. So in terms of maybe, think about like a basic app, like something that's going to do maybe some math or something. So basically, you have a variable where it says, okay, we're going to do 1 plus 1 and show that on the screen, whether it be showing an actual text number or the variable is going to tell it to show an image. So it really depends on a lot of this is really kind of like generalizations because it really depends on what kind of app you're building. But um, so basically, that's what the variable does. And then once you put it together, you're going to string along the rest of the code. And as you kind of build this line of code, this block of code, then you're going to put it together. And as long as it's in brackets, then you can run it, and it's all going to be compiled together. So, oh man, Damien, no problem. Yeah, go help the family. No worries. No problem at all. No worries. Thank you so much. Yeah, don't worry about it, man. We'll definitely see you next time. So, okay. Okay. Cool. No worries. All right. All right. Let's see. Where were we? So, okay. So that's kind of like the high level. Sweetums, does that kind of make sense? Like, so it's not really like a one size fits all definition as far as, breaking down the code and the variables and everything, because that's really going to depend on what exactly you're creating the code for, like what the app is going to do. But basically, you have the software, then you have the code, you compile that all together, and then you publish the app, and everything is going to work. So in between there, there's a lot of baby steps in terms of tweaking the code. If something errors out, you have to go through the lines of code to see what exactly is erroring out. Um, and then once you have that settled, it's going to go through and it's going to reconcile everything for you. If there's maybe you're missing a period or you're missing a bracket. So the programs for Mac Xcode and for PC Android Studio, those are both definitely going to do their basically the same thing as far as go through, compile it, and tell you exactly if it's wrong, if there's something missing, if this variable doesn't connect to this. So that's kind of like the high level, like kind of overview definition. So, hey, whoa, how you doing? Good to see you here. Welcome back. Great to have you. So we were just talking about kind of the basics of, getting started with code and um, choosing either Xcode on the Mac side or Android Studio on the PC side, and that's going to be the program that you use to start compiling and creating the ad. So sure, you're welcome, Sweetums. Yeah, so Earning Empire asked, do people ever create apps by themselves or is it a team of people? Yeah, I think if you have experience, if an individual has experience, you definitely can create a code. You can create an app on your own. So I don't know if you guys remember, it was a couple years ago. There's an app called Flappy Bird, where it's just basically like a little pixelated bird that kind of flew. It was almost kind of like Mario esque. I don't know. Do you guys remember that? Like a really simple app where you just had to fly the bird kind of through these little obstacles. That was actually done by one person in like I think it was like a day or two. So the entire thing was coded by one person. So if you think about something like that versus something where it's really like a true kind of like almost like a Call of Duty or like, a first person shooter game with these really intense graphics, these really crazy cutscenes and video editing and stuff, then that's definitely going to more be a team themselves because you're going to need the graphic team, you're going to need the editors, you're going to need the design people. So I think depending on how um like simple or complex it is, yeah, that was amazing, right? um that's crazy. I've heard of that game, Sweetums, definitely. That is that crazy because it's like, isn't that like pixelated kind of little town, like um just can you imagine everything that goes into that? So it's not just the app itself, the person creating the app telling the little characters and stuff what to do, but the design of the characters, the design of the background, all the elements, everything that it's just it blows my mind. I mean, there's reasons why, I haven't actually tried to do this for real because I think if you don't really have any experience, it takes so long. And as far as like the learning curve, this is definitely like in the 30-day challenge. This is definitely one of the more expert level side hustles that we're going to talk about in this entire challenge. Thank you, Sweetums. That we're going to talk about in this entire challenge because app development is definitely a beast of its own. I mean, it's something to where you need to have. I mean, I'm not saying you have to have direct, instructor training, but you definitely need to have a lot of skill to do it. A lot of skill. You have to know what you're doing, where to put the code. Holy moly, 6 years? That's incredible. Talk about dedication and motivation to get something done. I mean, that is amazing. That's pretty crazy. So, as you kind of think about, okay, are you going to do, and yep, didn't he, did he sell it or does he still like retain the rights and the copyright and everything? Maybe I'm thinking about somebody else that sold their game that they created and for like, millions of dollars or hundreds of millions of dollars. Maybe I'm thinking about somebody else. But I thought that one sounded familiar, but maybe not. It could have been somebody else. Oh, that's awesome. So that just goes to show if you have the skills, the talent, and I really do genuinely, I think regardless of how much skill and talent and experience that you have, I mean, something like that takes clearly it takes years and years and years, and the fact that he's still updating it, that's amazing. And it's so impressive when you look at something like that. You're like, holy crap, done by one person. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Whoa, yeah, Minecraft. Yeah, I think maybe that's what it was. They sold it to Microsoft. That's crazy. Do you know? Did that? I can't remember. Did did Minecraft? Did they start as a mobile game or was it always like PC? I can't remember on that one. Sweetum says halfway through the even redraw everything and got better at the wow. Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, just the dedication that he put into that and creating that is absolutely incredible. I mean, that's just a testament to the patience and the level of, skill and just I mean, talk about like futuristic thinking, like putting all the pieces together and that's amazing. Oh, okay, well, it started as a PC game, right on. Okay. And then it got basically ported over to mobile. Okay. Yeah, you know what's funny is that kind of reminds me of like, the cool part about this topic is like we will absolutely get sidetracked off on video games and that's a-okay. That's totally cool, right? Because that's what it is. App development could be games, it could be, productivity apps, it could be health and fitness, it could be anything. So that's a cool part about it. So any which way we go in this live stream is totally cool with me. So we're just talking about the overall. So Yeah, seriously, earning empire, right? Talking about believing in yourself and being persistent. He definitely did not want to give up, and he wasn't going to quit. He was going to see it through to the very end, and that is incredibly admirable for sure. 100%. I love that. I mean, that's super super inspiring. So it just makes you think like, where do you get this idea as far as, going through and thinking in his head like, okay, planning the whole thing out. This is what I want to do, and it's pretty amazing. I mean, that's all inspiring for sure. I love that. So, all right, Earning Empire asks, is there one programming language to program an app, or are there many? So that's a great question. So for iOS, you definitely want to start learning what's called Swift, with resources through like the Swift programming language for Apple and Swift Playground. So that's one of the main programming languages for Apple for iOS, Swift. And so for Android, so they're going to be different. So when we talk about iPhone or Apple versus Android, they're definitely going to be different. So they're not going to be the same. So the languages are going to be different and the platforms are totally different. So and for Android, you're going to be able to begin learning Kotlin. So it's Kotlin. Kotlin is one of the major programming languages. Also Java. So these games are also either created in Java or Kotlin. So it's Kotlin, Kotlin. So let me write these down here. Okay, so so programming. I'm just gonna write these down. Languages. iOS is Swift. Android. Okay, I'm just typing in some notes here. Okay, so there's a couple more. I didn't see these down in my notes, so I'm gonna read them off real quick. This is just to kind of give you guys an idea. So let me put this over here, so that's a little better. Okay, there we go. It was a little off here. Okay, so so the official, according to Android, the operating system itself, um, so Java is the official programming language for Android apps. Um, Also C plus. So like you've heard of that C dollar sign. Sorry, not dollar sign. Pound sign. So C plus is also a popular um, language for game development. And then the other one is Python. So we talked about Java. Then there's also JavaScript. So there's definitely a couple different programming languages, but the ones that listed here are definitely the most popular. So Swift for iOS, and Kotlin or Java for Android. So are you guys like totally confused? Are you totally confused already? I'm like, man, this is definitely, there's a lot to this. I mean, there's definitely a lot to keeping track of all this stuff. So I guess in the beginning, you have to really decide, if you don't have any experience, you want to decide, okay, am I going to program or develop an app for Android or for iOS for Apple? So that's kind of the first big thing you want to think about. So, and remember, this is just kind of high level as far as kind of, a general outline, and then we can kind of dive in. So, yeah, yep. So it's funny because, yeah, Sweetums, I never heard of Swift as a programming language, just Python. So the thing that's interesting is, it's like, since Apple iOS has so many different proprietary, like different little, whether it be iOS, the operating system, or whatever it is. Um, yeah, yeah, right. So that one is Bubble. So So Earning Empire asks, what was a program where you didn't need to learn code? So it's I think I posted the link a little bit up, but it's Bubble. So like, a bubble, you blow a bubble, bubble.io. And so granted, that's going to probably be something that is a lot more, the apps I'm guessing are going to be a lot more basic, which doesn't necessarily mean bad. It just to try to learn how the process works, excuse me, it looks like more of like a drag and drop platform. Let's see if we can find a. Yeah, no, that's true. Whoa, definitely. You definitely need some form of code, right, in order to. So, all right, I'm gonna flip this. I'm gonna flip this over. I want to show you guys this. I pulled up Bubble and I want to show you. So this actually wasn't necessarily, you know, this platform wasn't when I had this topic in mind. I wasn't gonna cover this part, but I think it's important to still cover it. So, um, let me move this over so you guys can see here. Let me flip this around. Okay. All right. So what we're looking at here is Bubble. So we're gonna get into like the true, I call like the true app coding here in a minute. So okay. So Bubble, this is Bubble, and this is basically like the templates. So you can go down and they have a ton of different templates that you can use. So you can search by if you wanted to search by category, we could do. How about something like obviously game, right? I mean, a lot of people play games, so let's do game. And then we go over here, and these are basically like the templates. So as you can see, some of them have a price. I mean, it's free. Some of them are free, but then other ones over here, like an easy game dashboard, that's $149. I'm not sure what that one is, but this one's a role play one that's 25 bucks. And this one is a joystick gamepad controller for $5. And this one is an easy puzzle game for $39. So let's click on this one. Let's just see what this is about. So this is basically like if you wanted to pay, $39 for the license, then this is what the game is going to look like. So it's basically a puzzle game. So you pick a picture right here, and then it's going to scramble the letters, or sorry, not the letters, but the images. It'll scramble the images, and then you're able to kind of like take your finger and move it around and complete the puzzle. So, but it's actually pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty standard. Let's see a preview of it. It actually lets you have a preview of the game itself. So this is actually one of the cooler topics, so we can actually like talk about games and actually play games. All right, so which one do you guys want me to click on? What do you think? So we have Mother Africa right here. We have superheroes, rainforest. Or actually, you know what? Oh, maybe you can click. Okay, so we can only click on these two. So do we want to do superheroes or Mother Africa? Just as like a live demo. What do you guys think? Do we have any specific vote for Mother Africa? How about we do, if you want Mother Africa, if you want me to select that puzzle, how about we do a thumbs up for Mother Africa and we do a heart in the chat for superheroes? So this is going to be a live demo. So do we want to do thumbs up for Mother Africa in the chat or a heart in the chat for superheroes? That is awesome. That's awesome, Earning Empire. Yeah. Okay. All right. Mother Africa. Here we go. Okay. So it says, so basically you have to really kind of picture this is not on the browser, but it's on your it's on your phone, right? So this is the template that we would go through and we would see. So, and this is the game, right? So if you want, you can look at the picture down here as far as the puzzle, and you have to put all the pieces in. So this is like a live example of what an app could be like as far as building it through Bubble. So I'm gonna hit start. Okay, so we got a countdown right here. So let's see. Can I just drag this? Oh, I see. So you take it and you move it. You move the image. So this goes here. This one goes here. Let's see. So this one goes down here. And then it actually gives you, so it gives you a score based on what you have right, and it gives you a timer. So it looks like you have about 4 minutes to complete this puzzle. So we want more clouds up here, and then we'll put this up here. Yeah. Yep, Sweet'em. So it is the kind where you just shuffle the pieces. You kind of shuffle them around, and then your score counts up as you get the pieces right. Oh, wait, that's not right. And then what it's going to do is it just replaces wherever the tile is that you click. So just imagine doing this on your phone, but wherever you click in the tile, it's going to replace. So it's going to swap the pieces basically. So, and this is an app that, it was the license, I think was like $35 that you can just download. And as you can see, if I'm doing this and I'm doing it wrong, the score doesn't go up. Like if I put it in the wrong place. Is there two? Oh no, that's down here. I'm not very good at puzzles, but this is an example of going through and create. I think this goes over here. So, Earning Empire, good question. So, this actually is just a demo, just to kind of give you an idea of what is actually how the puzzle works, how the app itself works, or it's gonna work. So, um, because of the demo, so they don't actually get paid through the demo, but they're gonna get paid when someone downloads a license. So, we can click here, and if we were happy with this and we said, okay, we want to actually get this as far as this license, and then we're going to actually change out the images. So maybe you upload a million image, not a million, but maybe you upload 20 different images, so you have different puzzles. So what you could do is you can end it, and then here's your score, and it'll reset. And then what we can do is we can go back, and we can go back again. That one looks hard, actually. Superheroes looks hard. So the way that the developer would get paid is right here. So a standard license is $39. So what this says, so you got two different licenses here, and this is, I'm sure, throughout Bubble. So standard license, basically this template can be used multiple times to create different applications for your own or your personal or business, which is pretty cool. And you can monetize the application with paid users or advertising. You should not use this license to build apps for others. So you have to, if you're going to download this license, you have to have it just strictly for you in itself. So you could basically download this, upload a bunch of different pictures, and then you could compile it, and then you would basically have an app in itself. So you could say get template, and obviously you'd have to go through and you have to type in your credit card and you have to buy the license. But then um, you'd be able to go down and actually download it. So download it and then compile it. So there's no reviews, which is, just something to look at. But let's take a look at another one. Let's see if we can find another one here. So let's do, instead of game, let's do, what do you guys think? In these categories, what do you think? Yeah, Sweetums, that's right. So you can't tell someone you're a developer, get hired, and use Bubble. So I think so Bubble seems like it's for more, I think, easy or like simplified applications. So if you want something that's very simple, but maybe it looks a little more professional, then I'm sure you could Absolutely do that and just say, okay, instead of building apps for other people, maybe you just build a couple of apps yourself. But if you build them through Bubble, then you'd be able to just upload them to the App Store. So finance, okay. All right, so let's take a look. So finance is right here. All right, so remember we're gonna keep our eyes on free because we don't want to obviously pay money for an example. So let's see if we can here. Let's do this free only. Okay, so there's two right here. So money keeper board or token presale with whitelisting. I'm not sure what that is, so we'll click on this one. Okay. So this basically tells you, gives you an example of what it is. So money keeper board and landing is a mobile friendly no code template, includes a dashboard with a list of all cash transactions, details such as date, amount, category, and description. And this is definitely like beginner. So that's a beginner template for new users with little to no bubble experience. So that's kind of cool. So that's how you really, if you wanted to start, you could sign up for an account with Bubble, and then you'd actually, you could sort by beginner, and then we can go through and we can hit preview. And this is going to be a live preview. So this is what it's going to look like. So the app itself is called, I'm not sure why it says Sing Up, but um, Money Keeper. You can type in your information. So let's just type this in real quick. Let's see what we got. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So please indicate the total balance. So let's just say we have 100, maybe like $10,000, right? Okay. Please indicate the monthly revenue. So let's say $550. So this is what the app is going to look like. So, hey, Dragon Rider, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Really appreciate it. So we're just looking at a different app right here. We're looking at Bubble, which is a no-code app creation tool. So this is actually pretty cool. I mean, for being for free, transactions, you can sort by right here where it says an overview. It gives you the income this month, expense this month, savings, and it gives you all expenses over here. I mean, to be completely honest, for having no coding necessary, I mean, this actually looks pretty cool. I mean, it's on par with something like, some basic type of, money manager in terms of like a thing. So, um, this is actually pretty cool. I mean, it gives you this whole breakdown, and just remember that this is all going to be on mobile. So, top templates, let's see. Okay, so this is something else. So let's go back, and then we can click on settings, and it gives you obviously the settings, and then you can log out. So, what do you guys think? I mean, that's pretty cool for being a free app in itself. Um, so it's finance, last installed today, and it even shows you a little demo here. I'm gonna actually mute this just in case there's any kind of copyright music or anything. So let's see what we got with this. So it looks like Rapid Dev is that's the company. Yeah, yeah, definitely. So they just go through and kind of give you a little demo. Whoa, I just made that full screen. Sorry. I don't know where that went. Sorry about that. I shut it out. But yeah, no, that's definitely something that is super cool for free. I mean, in terms of not having any experience with coding itself. Um, so that's just an example of one of many different templates. So we can even take a look at another one. I mean, this is something that what you can do, you could absolutely find, we sorted by free, right? So we don't want to pay anything. All experience levels, you can sort by beginner. So if you want to go to beginner and you take off finance, then it's going to list everything. So let's say, for example, we want something like, how about mobile right here? Okay, so no templates for mobile. What about how about chat? Let's see. Okay, nothing for chat. How about AI? Okay, so there is some AI here. Okay, so let's do this one. So this is pretty cool. So swap faces in video or photos. So this, it basically tells you what the app is. The app allows users to replace a face in any video with another from a selected photograph. Yeah, Earning Empire, good question. So why would there be a blog app? So what you can do is let's go back. Let's actually go back and let's take a look at that one. Let's see what that one's all about. I'm gonna open this one in a new tab so we can come back to it. But yeah, let's click on blog and let's see. So I wonder if it's just so it looks like you have a travel blog, blog lab. So let's click on this one. So Tribago travel blog. Okay, so explore the world with essential features, sharpen your adventures, complete. Wow, so this is actually like a legit, looks like a legit blog like template. So let's do a preview of it so we can see what it looks like. All right, purchase the full template for $39. It looks like. Wow, so this is actually something that's doesn't look that like it's mobile. It's actually um, looks like it's desktop. So you can go through and you can click on these different tabs at the very top, and you can scroll down, and it has all articles that are listed down here, which is really cool. I mean, and then you click on post, and it breaks it down here. So this looks like it's an absolutely full. It's an app, but it's a blog, basically an app that creates a blog for you, which is pretty insane. I don't think I've seen that before, where you use like an app to actually create a blog. So I think what you would do is you would probably you'd probably import this somehow into because I don't know. That's a good question, Sweetums. Like, so you publish your blog without a website. I would think you would still need some sort of website. Um, as far as where does the content go? I mean, because this, I can't imagine that Bubble Apps, the company, would actually host it. I think it might just be like it gives you kind of the layout so you can follow it, and then you'd probably have to upload like maybe if you downloaded it, it would download like some files as far as like the blog files, like the backend blog files. Yeah, Earning Empire. I definitely think this would save a lot of time for sure, and definitely something since it's free. It's something definitely that you could play with for sure. Damien, welcome back. All right, he's alive and saved. Close the language. That's cool. All right, we're glad he's safe and everything is good. Definitely, that's first and foremost, man, for sure. So we're over here, Damien. We're just looking at. Oh yeah, yeah. I think it would probably be it would probably be without WordPress. Sweetums definitely. So I think the drawback to that is you know how many plugins that WordPress has, and you basically have these different WordPress allows you to really customize, kind of how you set up the blog and everything. So um, I don't know exactly how it would integrate. So hey, Damien. So we're on a site called Bubble. So basically, like the no code, building an app with no coding. And we were just looking at this template right here. So travel blog template. And that's just what we were looking at here. So this is the actual template for, no coding. So I'm thinking you probably would still need to have a website or like a website, maybe, Sweetums mentioned like WordPress. So you might still need that just to kind of like import the files. Just because I'm thinking, I mean, where would they like, I don't, because I don't know that they would host your blog, that kind of thing. So I would think that you would still need some sort of place to host the blog. Yeah, Dragon Rider definitely. It definitely seems like it would save time for sure. Um, and it is definitely a lot simpler, but at the same time, you're right. It is limiting in terms of what you can do, what you can put on here, because it is a template. So you're really kind of at the mercy or, of whatever it gives you in terms of, design, layout, that kind of thing, pictures, the functionality and what features that it provides. So that's the only drawback, I think. But it's still like a really cool idea and definitely a really cool kind of thought as far as, let me flip this around. Yeah, I think it's a cool idea and a cool thought in terms of kind of seeing what it can do. And just the capability that you can do that is pretty incredible. Um, you know what, Dragon Rider? I would have to say honestly, I mean, I don't know off the top of my head, but Earning Empire, sorry. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure like the percentage of apps that actually make money. I would imagine it's probably not that many, just in terms of like high level. Maybe 10% of apps on there that make money from whether it be affiliate marketing or not affiliate marketing, but ads in there, or kind of like the freemium versions where you actually have to if you're playing a game, then you can actually level up, when you purchase something within the game. So, no, that's a great question though. So, okay, whoa, what are the hosting fees on Google Play? In terms to host the app, whoa, is that what you mean? Yeah, Damien's right. So it looks like there is no hosting fees. I just put it in. So it says, how much does it cost to put an app on Google Play Store? It looks like there's only a one-time fee of 25 bucks. I don't know if this is a new. Okay, so this is March of 2024. So it looks like one-time fee of 25 bucks. So it is only a one-time thing. So once you publish your first app, then anything you publish from there on out, it's going to be free. So it's just the first one. So yep, that's pretty cool. I mean, so if you're an app developer, that's a pretty good deal as far as you know not having any hosting fees, just having the initial upload fee basically, and then anything from there on out is going to be for free. So hey, young Saint, how you doing? Thank you so much for popping in. Yeah, I do. I do. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for coming back. I appreciate it. How you doing? How you been doing? We're over here talking about app development on today's challenge. Okay, I'm gonna flip this back so we don't have to look at this. Okay. Hey, I think I'm close. I think I'm close. Whoa, I think it's like 9 or 10 away, I think. Awesome. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, young saint. Okay, so I don't want to forget your question, Earning Empire. So you get money when someone gets a license. So the person who created the license on Bubble. So let's go back over here and we can show you this one. So if we go back, let's close this out. So let's go. Where did I find this? Templates. Okay. So um, for this one, Earning Empire, So anytime, let's just say, so you can sort by free, but there's, if we go to paid only, then this is how the app developers would get paid. So if somebody downloaded this particular app, it's called App Demo for some reason. Um, the developer of this, they would get paid $19. So that's how they would get paid through this website, just through Bubble. Oh yeah, Damien, I actually never, this is the first time I've come to exploring Bubble. I haven't checked it out. So Code, what is it? Code Canyon? That's another one? Okay, yeah, we could take a look at that one. All right, so Dragon Rider said, oh, so it's different depending on where you publish the app in the first place. Yeah, it's gonna be different, Dragon Rider. Okay, so let's go over to, let's explore Code Canyon, because I've never actually seen that before, so let's check it out. Here we go. Okay, so if we go over here and click on mobile, so we can do, let's just do bestsellers. And then it gives us, it looks like it gives us a, all right, so this, so, hey Damien, is Code Canyon, is that, yeah, I've heard of Envato before, yeah, Envato Elements. Is Code Canyon, are these apps that are already created? Is that what it is, or? Yeah, yep, yep. Yeah, they have a lot on here. I've actually downloaded some blog themes on this website. Okay, so these are already created. Got it. Okay. So the difference between Code Canyon and Bubble is that, are you actually creating the app through Bubble, it sounds like, versus here the app is already created and you can customize it. Okay. Oh, perfect. That's cool, Sweetums. I didn't realize that. Use them for graphics and WordPress templates before Canva. Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. So here's another option that if you guys want to check this out. Um, okay, so we'll put this in the chat just so you guys can see this. Okay. Yeah, so they have all kinds of things on here. They have like WordPress themes, it looks like plugins, then they have PHP scripts, then they have mobile, all kinds of stuff on here. That is cool. That's super cool. So Damien, what have you tried? I'm just curious, what have you tried to build? Like was it for Android or iOS? Cool. No, that's cool. Yeah, there's a ton of stuff on here. I mean, you all categories. So you can definitely, I mean, it's definitely like a premier marketplace for whatever you can think of in terms of, not just like mobile app stuff. So yeah, it looks like there's a ton of stuff on here. Okay, so Dragon Rider asks, so it's an app template. So yeah, I think Dragon Rider, there is app templates on here, but it's definitely it's more it's kind of more like a wider range of things that you can actually download. So not just app templates. Got it. Okay. Yeah, you want to do iPhone, so you started learning Kotlin programming language, but how was that? I'm just curious. Like what I did in the past when I like kind of tinkered with, app stuff or whatever, it was on Android before I switched over to iPhone. So, um, how was that? Like how did you like Kotlin, Right on. So you buy it as they are and you can have it customized. That's cool. Really? Kotlin was easy. Okay. That's cool. That gives us some hope in terms of the ones that may want to at least try it. Um, yeah, definitely. I mean, I think just to kind of, so you can kind of share, like, so do you have a space like when you were learning, Damien, about Kotlin, the programming language? I mean, was there resources that you used that were free that you recommend that were like, I think that might be better than, other places kind of thing? I'm just curious because that would be extremely helpful for others if they were thinking about starting learning, to program like an iPhone app. Oh, wow, 3 months. Okay. I mean, so this is definitely something for sure. When you guys think about this, I mean, this is definitely there's a learning curve for sure if you don't have any experience. Okay, cool. So Damon used Udemy courses, right on. That's cool. I mean, it's good to know. I mean, regardless if it was free, if you had to pay for it, it's still good to know, like sharing an experience, like where you guys, kind of tried something because it's gonna help other people when they see this or when they watch this. Yeah, I definitely think it's one of those things that's I think kind of like on the bucket list to kind of create. Really, it was a free course on Udemy? Dude, that's awesome. Because usually, you think about like coding, especially like iPhone, um, you would, I mean, I guess I just assumed that it would cost money. Really? Okay, cool. Yes, I totally agree, Sweetums. There's nothing better than a free course. Yeah, no, that's a good question, Ring Empire. So I think in terms of with all these different choices, I think it really comes down to in the very beginning, you gotta remember, like, okay, am I gonna create an app for Android or Apple? That's kind of like the first thing, the first step, and then you can kind of go off and you could kind of look. So like Java, we talked about Kotlin being like the primary programming language, for iPhone, and then Java for like Android. So, really, if you want to go down that route, or if you don't want to necessarily learn programming languages like for face value as a whole, then you could always do something like a Bubble or like a Code Canyon to just kind of get, I think, what is it? I mean, it just it kind of gives you an overview. It doesn't necessarily teach you programming in a sense, obviously, but it kind of gives you an idea of kind of how the pieces are put together. So you might be able to kind of deconstruct it. So. Yeah, Dragon Rider. So honestly, I think probably iPhone. I would say I think the more people probably on iPhone, but I'm not 100% sure. So, yeah, Young Saint, that's awesome. So, that's yeah, when you were, a new person in training. Really? There's more on Android. Okay. All right, I would have sworn that it was on Apple, but I'm just kind of going off of like, the fanboys, that kind of thing. I wasn't actually sure like statistically, like what the actual numbers show. Right on. Okay. Right on. Yeah, I mean, I was Android for like, I mean, obviously smartphones came out in what, like the early 2000s, was it? Um, I was definitely more Android until I don't know, like 2008, 9, 10-ish, something like that. Oh, okay. Yeah, got it. That makes sense. Yeah, a lot of people use Google Chrome and there's better and better connections. Yep. So, Yeah, that sounds about right. I wonder if it's because like maybe is Android cheaper because Apple has this their prices are definitely a lot higher. So maybe people can get Android for just the phones. They can get them for a lot lower price so that they're not paying as much. Yeah, hey, you know what? I mean, whatever people can get in their parts of the country, I mean, more power to them. That's awesome. I mean, to get like this kind of technology in more people's hands, I think is a beautiful thing. So, however we can do that, that's cool. So, I think Apple is definitely more like proprietary. Yeah. So, I mean, Apple definitely has a lot more stuff that's like locked down, so to speak. Um, Yeah, it's probably if you just in general, like in terms of learning, it might be easier to yeah, that's true. I was gonna say it might be easier and more like accessible to people to code for Android, but yeah, no, that's true. That's so true, Damien. I mean, I would say if people can learn anything now, use ChatGPT. Yep, that's totally true. Yep. Well, are you advising not to use ChatGPT to create an app? Yeah, that's funny, dude. Yeah. Oh, yeah, so it's, like, a good for, like, an introduction. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, so, but, I mean, like, kinda all kidding aside, I mean, couldn't you use, like, something like a ChatGPT to give you, like, an outline, in terms of, like, if you really don't know what you're doing, to kinda, give you a format or, like, at least just give you some of the basics to understand, like, okay, how does coding work? That kinda thing? I yeah, Sweetums, I actually think you can. I'm not sure how good it would be, but I think you can um, ask ChatGPT to create an app. I think theoretically on paper you could. Okay, so it works for you, Damon. Yeah, and you always have to check the code. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to try to? We can try to do that. So let's pull up a ChatGPT session and let's see what happens. Yeah. Okay. What do you guys think we should write our app about? Yeah. Sorry, this tripod's a little shaky. Okay. So I'm not even sure what prompts to use. You know what? Let's let's see. How about we do this? Let me do this. Google, what are the most effective prompts for Chat GPT to create a mobile app? Okay. So Damien, I don't have premium. I just have like the basic Chat GPT. So I'm not sure if it would it even give us would it even spit anything out for us if I'm just in the basic? I just have the Chat GPT 3. So it may not spit anything out for me, right? So we may try this. I could just, come up with something like let's just see what the heck happens, right? So how about write me the code for the code to create an Android app that try making simple app. Okay. Write me the code to create a, let's see, to create a simple Android app game outline. How about that? Okay. Write me a, that's the worst prompt I've ever seen in my life. So, holy crap. You guys see this? This is bonkers. So this is what we typed. Let's go back up. Okay, so write me the code to create a simple Android app game outline. So this is what it put the prerequisites, install Android Studio, set up with Android SDK, and then create a new project. It tells you what to do, the steps to do, and then set your project name, modify the activity main. I mean, look at this. You can even copy this. You can copy this and you can paste this. Copy. Copy code. Is it? But read all, yeah. Yeah, I don't like honestly, I don't really know that much about code. So this, where do you want me to go, Damien? Like at the very top? Like the very top right here? Or like do you want me to go up here? It looks like this might be, is this okay. For some reason it says Kotlin, but this is supposed to be for Android. Yeah, that's a weird part. So it says select Kotlin as a language, but so open Android Studio, but then it says select Kotlin, but I thought Kotlin was a iOS programming language. Oh, at the very beginning? Okay. It may be Kotlin, they may be doing Android too. Okay, so Android Studio. Okay, yeah, so Android Studio. And then what does it say? Create a new project, Android Studio, select your game layout. Okay. So do you guys like Damien or Woe, or do you guys know? Um, does this look like Kotlin? Can you tell? Or is this like Java? I'm not really sure. Like as far as like the language goes, like the programming language. Or is this pretty basic as far as like, the coding itself? So let's go down. We'll go down a little further. Oh yeah, .kt, is that Kotlin? So creating the game logic. Yeah, but this still says it's referring like Android. Say that it uses C++. Okay, do you want to do it again and see if we can? Okay, let's do it again. So we're gonna put this down. So Damon, you want me to put that it uses C++, right? Write me. How about C++ code to create a simple Android app game? I'll just get rid of outline. How's that look? Okay. Yep. So write me C++ code to create a simple Android app game. Okay. Okay, so let's see what this looks like here. I know, Sweetums, me too. Seriously, like, and I gotta be honest, I don't know enough about coding, to be able to decipher if this is real. Like, I mean, obviously it looks real, but I don't know how to decipher. Like, okay, so let's go back up to the top. So, okay, here we go. So it says Android native development kit along with Java or Kotlin for the Android Flame framework components, step-by-step guide to creating a simple Android game using C++. So prerequisites, it tells us to go into Android Studio, choose native C++, okay? It's weird that it still says Kotlin though, but right on, yeah. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about maybe getting ChatGPT Premium. So is that 20 bucks a month that it is, Damien? Do you know? Because I was trying to figure out, I thought it was like 20 bucks a month, like 15, 20 bucks a month. But I mean, this still blows my mind that you can type in that and this is what ChatGPT produces. That's pretty insane. 20. Okay. Yeah, do you think it's worth getting the premium? I mean, because I know you can do AI, blah, blah. You can do AI generated images too. Awesome. Yeah, the coolest part about that, the coolest part about what we just saw, what we just typed out and witnessed, it just goes to show the just how far technology has come. Yeah, that makes sense, Damien. Yeah, that it spits out better code. Like the simple fact that it spit out the code and it kind of gives you the directions, even if it's obviously not like exact, that kind of thing. Like you'd still have to tweak it probably a lot, but just this alone that gives you, and it separates it into different things. So, modifying the main activity, and it tells you all the different variables and imports. Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah. No, this is still bonkers to me, like that it spits it out like that. So this looks like Java. And the fact that you can just copy the code right here, you're going to say copy code, or you can highlight it if you want, and you can copy it. It's amazing. This thing is amazing. Seriously, like that is bonkers. All right, now I'm curious. I'm just gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna I'm just gonna put this in. Write me code to create a Flappy Bird app on Android using C++. Sweetums, that would be a great idea, right? That would be so cool. Just creating a game using AI, that would be insane. Like, that's a good idea to do a video and just do it. This just blows me away. And even this is with like the free version of ChatGPT. So talk about like cutting the learning curve. I mean, obviously there's still like learning curve as far as like within the code itself, because if you don't actually know what it's saying to you, you know, you kind of have to tweak this and make it sound a little better. But um, it's incredible. I mean, what a great suggestion, man. Seriously, like this thing is just that would be a great video. I mean, is that is that something that you guys would watch like in the future? Like that's true. Yeah, Damien, or let ChatGPT check the code and you learn it yourself. Yep. So this is kind of like a compliment or like a it complements you learning the code. If it spits it out, then you can go through line by line and say, you could say, okay, well, okay, this is manifest. I don't know what that means. And then it goes here, XMLS, then it goes to Android and so forth. And then it gives you the package. And then you have all the different down these, like, you know, whatever those are called. Okay, got it. So write me, actually, let me copy this right here. Dude, this is crazy. So copy. Okay, here we go. Is there any way, can I clear this? Okay, doesn't really matter. All right, so let me do this. Let me, and then I'm gonna say, write the code with comments. So write the code with comments. Ah, if I can spell. Write the code with comments for total beginners. Okay. So when you say write it with comments, Damien, what does that mean? So what is it gonna do? It definitely looks like it's spitting out more stuff. Oh, cool. So it basically kind of gives you an overview right here. Then does it actually break it down in the actual code? Every paragraph starts with slash slash. Oh, look at that. This function is called to render the game. This function is called when its surfaced is resized. This function is called when the native code is initialized. Oh, that is freaking cool. That is awesome. You guys see that? So anything that has like a slash slash, it basically gives you a quick description of what this line of code does right here. For those of us that don't know anything about code or aren't familiar with it, that's crazy. Wow. Look at that. Initialize the native code. Get the surface view from the. That's so cool. So with the comments, can you leave the comments in there in your final product? Or can they be like, are they like hidden? Is that what it is? Or do the comments, or do you have to like, do you have to delete this little line? Or can you leave it in there? Are they like hidden from the actual script? Try Sonnet 3.5 now. What 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 is Sonnet 3.5? I don't think I've heard of that. Is that a scripting language? Oh, better than ChatGPT 4. Okay, so let's search for that. So Sonnet 3.5. Is it this one? I don't think that's it, right? Oh, it is it. Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard of this either. What the heck is Okay, so it's basically like a ChatGPT competitor. Is that what it is, Damien? Look at this, it's dope. It's now available for free on Claude.ai and Claude OS app, while Claude Pro and Team subscribers can access it with significantly higher limit rates. So this one looks like it's made by. Is this the name of the company over here? This one? Anthro PC? Oh, okay. Got it. All right, I'm gonna put this in the chat for you guys so you guys can have this. So anybody that is interested in taking a look. So Sonnet 3.5. Okay. Okay, so let's see. How about we do overview? Okay, so Claude is the name of the AI. Got it. Vision reasoning, vision analysis, code generation. Look at that. Multilingual processing. That's pretty cool. Reliable. Click to try. Okay, let's see. Try Claude. Okay. All right, Claude, we're going to give you a try. So let me flip this around real quick. Let me just type in my Gmail account here real quick. Okay. Got it. All right, so they want me to verify my mobile number. Let me just hold on one sec. Okay. One sec. Let me just grab this. So it's 616032. I'm just typing in the verification code 032. Okay. All right, here we go. You guys ready to do this together? Like, if this isn't live, I don't know what is, right? All right. All right. Okay, so it says I'm a next generation AI assistant built to work for you and try to la 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 all that crap. Okay, so what is your full name? Really? Okay, acknowledge. Look at this. I love this layout. I love like the. Hey Joy, how you doing? Thank you so much for popping in. Really appreciate the comment. I hope you're enjoying it. Yeah, cool. Yeah, this is insane, right? This is pretty nuts. Thank you so much, Damien, for bringing this to our attention. Honestly, like I've never heard of this before. Um, I thought la la la, ChatGPT was like the king of the castle. Okay, so Damien said, let's see, do a game like Flappy Bird style. Okay, so write me the code. Should I do C++, Damien? So write me the code in C++ for Flappy Bird style game with very easy to understand comments. Okay. with very easy to understand. Sorry, I know you guys can read this and I'm saying it out loud. Sorry about that. Okay, so write me the C++, the write me the code in C++ for Flappy Bird style game. Is it floppy or flappy? I don't know. Flappy Bird? I have no idea. I think it might be Flappy. Style game with very easy to understand comments. Okay, let's rock and roll. Oh crap. Sorry. I forgot to put for Android in there. Dang. Okay. All right. So I gotta ask Damien. So, oh, for Android. Okay. Um. Oh, ask if it's for Android. Okay. Is this code for Android? Look at that. No, this code is not for Android. This is a C++ implementation using SMF framework. If not, then it will remake. Look at that. If you're specifically looking to develop for Android, I'd be happy to provide a basic example using one of these approaches. Which would you prefer? Let's see. So do I have to, Damien, do I have to write that all out again? Like the code for Android and all that? Or how can I tell it to remake it or to remake the code? So it says if you're specifically looking for to develop for Android, I'd be happy to provide a basic example using one of these approaches. Which would you prefer? Oh, so I just need to, could I just type in a number? Okay, so we want to do maybe number one, right? Java or Kotlin for, let's just do this. Let's type in one and let's see what happens. Oh my goodness. Are you guys seeing this with me? Like, you guys witnessing this? Right on. Okay. Look at that. Would you like me to explain any of this part of code in more detail? So, what did we say? We said, let's go back up to the top. So we said, edit. So let's do, write me the code for Flappy Bird style game. How about for Android? For Android with very easy to understand comments. Okay. Look at that. Now it's going to spit it out. This is like legit. I'm so happy that Damien that you joined today because this is legit like blowing my mind. Like yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Earning Empire. You know how AI like ChatGPT will web crawl and gather info. Would this be the stolen code from the game that it's creating from an ethical standpoint? Sonnet does crawl the internet too, even for free. All right, so $1 million question, Damien. I mean, going forward, honestly, like, I mean, obviously this is a ChatGPT competitor, obviously. So having used both of them for you, which one would you choose, one or the other? Would you still go with both for different tasks or exercises? I'm just curious. It gives us the entire code, which is bonkers. Yeah, I too am super curious. But then I guess where do you get the images? That's the other thing, right? Where do you get the images? Because you got to have like the images for the bird and the background and all that, you know? Okay. Damn it. So you'd only stick with, wow, Sonnet 3.5. Okay. Instead of ChatGPT. Dude, that's good to know, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, Sweetums. No, I mean, honestly, I had the same kind of question. I'm wondering that too. Hey Daniels, how you doing? Thanks for popping in. How are you able to make money online without knowing these basic knowledge? So I'm not sure I understand your question, Daniels. Can you kind of rephrase it just so we can kind of help you a little better? But I appreciate you taking the time to ask in the live chat. Let me flip this around real quick. Okay. Okay, no worries. I think, yeah, definitely. Yeah, thank you, Sweetums, for kind of responding that way. Yeah, Daniels, no problem. I mean, we definitely want to see if we can, help kind of guide you um in the right way, you know. So thank you. Sweetums provided a playlist for other methods to make money online if you'd like to check it out. Definitely. So we're on day 17 of a 30-day challenge. So code copy and paste. Yeah, Joy, that if you use AI to write the code for your idea, who owns the product? You know what, to be honest, Joy, I think you own it. Yeah, I think you would own it because um, you're I guess kind of typing out you're giving it the prompts, whatever prompts that you provide. So I think that would be yours to own. So I mean, obviously, Flappy Bird already has, is already a game and it already has you know, it's already been out and that kind of thing. So you probably wouldn't be able to use it like face value like this. But I mean, just the fact that this can spit out this game is blowing my mind. It is insane. Yeah, so you mean at the very top, Damien, right? Um, let's see. It requires additional frameworks like STL or Cocos 2D. Just want to give a shout out to everybody in the live chat. Really appreciate you guys for being here. Everybody on the live stream. We got 26 people here. So we're on day 17 of a 30-day challenge, how to make money online. Every day we go live is a different business model. So feel free to hang out. And if you'd love to join us on this challenge, definitely consider subscribing. And we'd love to have you along. So does that mean that there's other, is it, oh, okay, you got to check the code work. Okay. So we couldn't necessarily use this for face value, like just the way it is. It requires other, I guess, I mean, it says like frameworks, but there's other pieces of the puzzle to get it to work. Is that right? Like you can't just literally copy and paste what you see here. I wonder if it was something a little simpler than Flappy Bird, if you could copy and paste it, like legitimately. I just don't know where you put the images. Like, how do you upload the images for like whatever you're using, This is pretty nuts. So, can this thing generate images too? Let's try it out. So, let's see what we can do. So, create a, let's just try this out. I'm curious. Create a high quality image of a clown at a fair holding a balloon. If I can even spell, with a evil face. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, there we go. So not able to create images or produce images. Okay, so you can only analyze existing images. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no worries. But this blows me away. So yeah, that's a good question. Could you use? We could try that. So if we copied the code and we go back over to ChatGPT. So what do you think is the best way to phrase this? Like, um, can you check the, what's a word that you could use? Like not validity, but could you check the, oh, accuracy. Could you check the accuracy of this mobile game? Oh wait, of this C++ mobile app code. Look at that. So we're utilizing not one, but two different chatbots here live on this. So it basically spits out an entire, like an outline and structure, goes step by step to see what you could, how you could tweak it a little bit. That's bonkers. Look at this whole thing that just spit out. Let me scroll up so it doesn't get you guys sick. So let's see. Okay, what does it say? So let me go down. Okay, so not that part. Let's see. Where did I do it? Oh, here we go. All right, so let's see what it says. So, okay. starting here, the C++ code you provided outlines the structure for a simple Flappy Bird game, but it's written in a way that would typically be used for a console application rather than a mobile app. Look at that. So it breaks it down. Oh, okay, Daniels. Oh, that's a good point. So mistakes are based on the prompt. Okay, so you really have to be really sure about what prompt that you type in or how you actually word it. And it gives you, all right, you can take a look at this for review. And it just kind of gives you an idea of what to, oh, look at that. It revised a version based on C++ game logic. That is nuts. That's crazy. And it just goes down and it tells you other methods and then integrating the game logic into an Android project. And it tells you exactly how to follow the steps, what you need to do. It breaks it down into the native library setup, and then you go down. I mean, it even, pulls out the color code. So look on the left side on the ChatGPT. There's ChatGPT prompt enhancer or something. Let's see. Okay. I'm looking for that, Damien. Let's see. ChatGPT Genie. Does that will that does that show up in just the free version of ChatGPT, the Genie? Temporary chat. Let's see. I'm looking for Genie. I don't see it on the left side here. That's right. Continue generating. Okay. All right. Let me flip this over. So if I go up, these are all like prompts that I've used before. So previous 30 days, May, April. So it just kind of gives me, oh wait. Maybe it's at the top, or maybe I missed it. So ChatGPT, Explore GPTs. Yeah, do you think that's because this is the free version maybe of a ChatGPT? Yeah, that's probably true, dude. That's probably true. Oh man, that's funny. Like this was just like legitimately like, the best kind of outline that we could have seen. To be able to see it firsthand and see actually what both of these tools are capable of is insane. Okay. You know what? Let me look. I'll look at the top. So I have this. I have this one. It says, please explain, clarify, exemplify, rewrite. So this part, this isn't it, Damien, right? This part right here. This is something different. Oh, left, try, explore. Explore GPTs. Left on the left side. Okay, so I did this one, explore GPTs, like handicap based on the laws. Yep. Okay, explore GPTs. Look for the prompt enhancer. Okay. All right, let's go back and let's see if we can find the prompt enhancer. Look at that, Canva. That's pretty cool. You know what? Let's type it in. Let me see if we can type it in here. Prompt enhancer. Okay, so we have this one, we have this one. Yep, that's right. That's right, Sweetum's right. So, is there a specific one, do you think, that would be work better? Do you think, Damien, one of these or? Okay, cool. Thanks, dude. Cool. Are you guys liking this content? Is this insane? Is this crazy? Okay. Yeah, if you guys are liking this, definitely please hit the like button. That would be awesome. I don't know, the best one I found was open RPM. So let me flip that back around. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay. Okay, let's see. Open. I'm trying to look for that one. Could I just type in prompt enhancer? Open PRM. Open PRM. PRM, maybe? No? Hey, Stonks, thank you so much for taking the time to comment. I really appreciate it. This is like one of the many examples of what you guys can learn on these live streams. So definitely, if you guys aren't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing because we got 14 or 15 more days of this. So it's one word. Okay. Open PM. One word? All right, it's one word. Okay, so let's see. I didn't see it that way. Air PM. Okay, so I know I have that type right. Air PM. Genie PT. Open PRM. Open PRM. Okay, let me try that. Oh, there's open PNM. Okay, let me try that. No worries. Hey, it's all good, right? This is live. It's all good. So Genie PT space prompt. There we go. This one right here, Damien? Got it. Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense, dude. We'll just click on it and we'll just, so does this enhances prompts with unique personas and more in-depth, better outputs than ChatGPT. So are these like GPTs, are they free? Is this all free? Or like, so if you hit start chat, so this is all integrated, like kind of like add-ons to ChatGPT. Is that what it is? Or like kind of like plugins, if you will. Ah, crap. Maybe I could just do that. You know what? I think I copied and pasted the wrong thing. Let me delete that. So how would we yeah, how do we take advantage of this? The Genie, the prompt enhancer. Oh yeah. Yep. Definitely asking to make better prompts. Yep. That's awesome, dude. Thank you so much. Yeah, I really appreciate that. So I just want to take a quick moment, real quick. I know we're on a roll here. I just want to say thank you so much for you guys joining. I really, really appreciate it. Um, anybody that's followed us, obviously, we have a lot of friends here in the community, and just wanted to take the time to say thank you. I really appreciate it. Definitely for you guys coming along with us on this journey. And if you're not yet subscribed, if you want to consider subscribing, definitely consider it because this is only day 17. We're going to day 30. So we'd love to have you be a part of this community. And, this is just a small example of what you're going to be able to see on the next couple days. I mean, different topic every day. And real quick, so, our channel is not monetized yet, but there are different ways to support us if you feel inclined to. So at the top of this live stream chat, there's a pinned comment, and you can support our channel through Buy Me a Coffee, Zelle, PayPal, Cash App, all those kind of things. So if you feel inclined to, we'd greatly appreciate it. No obligation, but we appreciate that very much. So, all right, let's flip this baby around. Let's get back to this here. So, Claude, okay. Yeah, this is awesome. So, um, man, this is definitely probably one of my favorite live streams so far that we've done on this challenge. This is bonkers. I mean, this just seeing like this enhancer right here, and then Claude. We had this that created the app, and then we have the Chat GPT and all that, and then we talked about Bubble. I mean, this was like probably one of the most action packed as far as like showing you guys about these different tools. And that's the thing is like, let me flip this around. That's the thing. So before this live stream, when I was preparing for it, real quick, um, I didn't know anything about Claude. I knew about Bubble a little bit. I knew about ChatGPT, but like it was from the awesome people like Damien in the community for suggesting these tools that we use. So that's the beauty about joining us. You never know what's going to happen in the live stream. And this is just a small example of how it can, go down such a different road that I planned, to be honest. Like I had this whole outline of notes, and you guys would have seen me just sit here like talking, and it would have bored you to death. But we had this, this awesome example today of this really crazy tool. So um, yeah, definitely like if you guys aren't a part of this community in this channel, definitely consider subscribing because we have a lot of fun here. And oh, that's what I was going to mention. We do have a Facebook group, real quick. So it's free, free to join. It's definitely a place where we can kind of chat a little more intimate session. So if you guys would like to join that, it's free to join. So feel free to join that. And it's a small knit group. So you can go there, ask questions about anything, not only anything that we've covered on this challenge here so far, but anything as far as affiliate marketing, how to make money online, side hustles, anything we cover on the channel. So So we got about 9 or so minutes left, you guys, on this live stream. Um, so I got to go meet up with some family here, but this is one of those live streams, man, that you don't want to end. It just, you know, it's been awesome. So huge thank you to Damien for showing us these tools. I'm just kind of like the guy that kind of like shows it off or whatever, but um, you know what? I don't, Damien. I don't have the Chat GPT app, but I should probably download it. That works for free too, right? Yeah, because all I have right now is a free app, but I was seriously considering after your recommendation, download it really quick and try voice version really quick. Right on. You know what? Actually, so I'm live streaming from my phone, so I probably have to do it like after we end the live. That's the only downside to live streaming on the phone is that you can't do anything else on the call Chat GPT. That's pretty cool. So you can call through it. That's pretty nuts. That's bonkers. I just want to show this off real quick. Yeah, for sure. Next time. Absolutely, dude. I'm extremely proud of this, and I wouldn't be able to get to this goal or this milestone without you guys here. So I really appreciate it. If you guys can see this, we just hit 2,000 subscribers. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. This is awesome. I'm so proud and so happy of this community that we're building. So super cool. And I'm grateful for each and every one of you that are giving me a chance, giving me a chance, giving us a chance together. So I really appreciate it. Yeah, Sweetums, right? That's insane. When I started, I think we were at like 1993, I think, something like that. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it, you guys. I mean, obviously, I couldn't have done it without you guys. It's super cool. So I really appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. I just love being able to like give back and share experiences and being able to, you know, have everybody share their own unique kind of experiences and stuff, and that's what makes it cool. So I never wanted it to be about me up here talking. The fact that everybody pitches in, we talk, we chat, we interact. I mean, to me, that's what makes a live stream awesome. So I just really appreciate everybody's support and their engagement and the interaction. It's so freaking cool. I love it. So I love that you guys are here supporting me and being a part of this with me. It's us, right? It's not just me, it's us together. So yeah, so the thank you, Damien. The topic for tomorrow, I love this one too because it's so volatile. So it's cryptocurrency trading. So that's gonna be bonkers as it is. So yeah, I'm just if anybody out there knows about crypto and wants to share, sorry, my throat's like freaking dry. If anybody out there has any experience with trading crypto, I have some, but we'll kind of go over it and we'll just yeah. Cool. Thank you, Daniels. I appreciate that. Find. Okay. PHIND. Right on. Cool. Thank you. Yeah, definitely. Thank you for letting us know about that. I appreciate it. Spit it. Hey, Paul. How you doing, man? Thank you so much for popping in. So this is a channel all about how to make money online. Um, so right now we're in the middle of a 30-day challenge. So every day we're going to be talking about a different way to make money online. So today we're talking about app development and so we're going to go live every single day for 30 days. So today is day 17. And yeah, so you're more than welcome to join, hang on with us and hang out. So all you got to do is subscribe and just hit that notification bell so you get reminded because we're going live every single day, or we've been live. And you could probably tell that my voice is going out. So I've had lots of excellent suggestions about like honey and lemon, or not lemon. Yeah, honey and lemon. That's right, and tea. So I'm trying. I'm trying to do it for you guys and for me. So yeah, dude, that's so cool. Thank you for saying that, Paul. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I look forward to this. It came to you for a reason. Thank you so much. That means a lot. So thank you for giving me a chance. And definitely we will see you guys definitely soon. Tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. So I'm not exactly sure the time yet, but it's gonna be in the afternoon, around the same time-ish in the United States. So raspberry tea. Okay, cool. Thanks, Damien. I appreciate it, man. So yeah, if you guys are around tomorrow, the weekend's always kind of like, trying to fit in when we can do the live, but it's going to be roughly around the same time. So, oh, thank you. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that very much. I appreciate that. Yeah. Thank you for giving me a chance and giving me a shot. So, Scotland, are you serious? I love Scotland. No way. Dude, that's so cool. Thank you so much. I love that. Yeah, thank you, Sweetums. So if you guys have any questions about the channel, how the lives work, anything like that, Sweetums is our resident mod. So just hit up Sweetums for any questions you guys might have, any of the links for any of the playlists or anything. So yes, Sweetums just posted a playlist in there. You can start from day one and you can just let it roll and kind of watch, as you kind of go along. So it actually starts with the announcement of the 30-day challenge, but it goes up from there. So anything you may have missed, it's on there. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all your support. I'm gonna go rest this thing because I need to make sure I have a voice for tomorrow when we talk about cryptocurrency trading. So I just want to say again, thank you guys so much. Hey, Bookie, you came in. Hey, Aquib, how you doing? I'm so sorry you guys are coming in and I'm like ready to like get off because my voice is about to go out. That is bonkers. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. That's so cool. Thank you so much. Yeah, Aquib, definitely consider subscribing and hanging out with us. So be a part of this 30-day challenge with us. It's free to join. Just come and hang out. And so we're going live for 30 days. Every day we talk about a different business model to make money online. So thank you. I appreciate that. So, all right, guys, I think we're about good to go. So um, thank you again for your guys' support. As always, really appreciate it. And that's okay, Bookie. It's all good. It's all good. Thank you so much, Paul. I really appreciate it, honestly. Thank you. So, right on. Thank you guys so much. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna sign off. Try to get something going for the voice. As you can tell, it's already like going a little bit. So, um, oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Damien. A huge shout out to you. Thank you so much for making this live what it was. I couldn't have done this without you, Damien. So, all right, guys, everybody be safe out there. Have a good night, good day, good afternoon, and we will see you tomorrow. See you guys.